Hey, Gary the Arena Guy here, backstage at the Schottenstein Center where Cirque du Soleil opens tonight through Sunday. 7 great performances, and I'm talking to Kyle right now. How are you, Kyle?
I'm good. How are you, Arena Guy?
I'm doing great, and I saw you rehearse, and my mind is blown. I have no idea how you can do what you do. Tell me what your background is. You have a gymnastics background?
Yes, absolutely. I'm 20 years old now. I started competing gymnastics when I was 7 years old, and when I was 15, I moved to Montreal to go to circus school for 5 years.
Circus school.
Gymnastics, circus, and now.
Yeah, so obviously you're very flexible.
Yes.
Flexible.
Yes.
When I was younger, I could put my legs behind my head.
Really?
Both of them, yeah.
Actually, I'm actually more of a back bender than a front bender. But that's actually, not everyone can do that. That's actually
I don't know if I can do it anymore, but maybe we'll try. But tell me a little bit about your gymnastics career, because you started very young.
Yeah, so I started competing when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
I competed artistic gymnastics for 5 years. And I really liked the floor acrobatic aspect of it a little better. I was a little better at flipping than I was at strength moves. So for that reason, I switched to power tumbling and trampoline.
Okay.
I was national champion a couple of times, had a pretty good career there, but I really fell in love with circus. Actually, when I was 9, I saw a Cirque du Soleil show with my parents.
Which
and
one?
just fell in love. It's called La Nuba. It's in Orlando, Florida.
Okay.
Still there, actually.
Okay.
And totally fell in love with it. Told my parents that I wanted to work for Cirque one day, and so from there I kind of switched my way of thinking. And then, I auditioned for a full-time program at the National Circus School in Montreal and ran away.
Yeah, you literally ran away to join circus or go to circus school.
Yep.
So you had this dream of performing with Cirque du Soleil, and it came true.
Yep.
What was it like when you got the call that you were actually going to be cast into a Cirque show?
Well, okay, obviously I was freaking out. Like,
Yeah.
my 9-year-old self was like, what is going on? But at the same time, at the circus school, it's a very high caliber circus school, and we do a lot of training and a lot of preparation. So by the time that I already got offered this contract, I was already working professional contracts around the way. So in a way, it felt natural. I was kind of like, okay, I know that I'm at this caliber, I know that it's something, but still, like I said, my 9-year-old self was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing, this is totally great. So I was definitely through the roof, to say the least, when I got offered a contract.
Imagine. And it was with this show?
Yes, this is my first show with Cirque du Soleil.
Fantastic. So we saw you rehearsing a little bit earlier. What is that device called, that apparatus?
We actually, it's either in English words, it's called the spiral structure, or in the show we call it the orvalho. It's the Portuguese word for dew, like morning dew, like on the grass, because that's kind of the name of the scene of like my entire act. So we call it the orvalho.
All right, and so when you've done gymnastics and acrobatics and all that in your past, you've never ever done any routines on anything like that. That's specific to Cirque du Soleil.
Yes, this is a structure that has been in the show since 2009. It only exists here. It belonged to one of the other artists that actually brought it to the show, but other than that, it's only here. So I had to do transposing to create something out of it.
Transposing. So how long did it take for you to master that?
Well, I wouldn't say that I've necessarily mastered on it now.
I'd say you've mastered that.
Mastered some things, but I've only been with the show for 6 months.
Okay.
So it hasn't been so long, but to go from nothing to an act that I put on stage, it took me about 2 months. To go from rehearsing in Montreal at headquarters to on stage doing my first show here.
Right. Well, it was a total blast. It was great meeting you, and we look forward to seeing you in Cirque here at the Shot through Sunday.
It's nice to meet you too.
All right. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.